Hi guys, I'm Praise here, and today I'll be showing you guys how to draw a female face. Let's get started. Okay, so to start off, we are just going to draw a circle that indicate a vertical line and a horizontal line. After that, we connect those lines to the middle, as you can see right here, to try and make more of a diamond shape at the bottom and a rounded shape at the top for the head. After that, we're going to erase our guideline, refine our sketch a bit, as we like to refine, as in to soften our sketch, like we don't want any harsh lines. Okay, now what are we doing now? Okay, busy with the neck, I see. Right now we're just going to draw our neck. Like don't feel too stressed about it. Just be soft, kind, calm, and collected. Okay, here we are. The horizontal line, the vertical line that I was talking about. Here we are. We draw this line at the middle of the ear so that we can have a better shaped ear. Okay, so next we are going to focus on our eyebrows. Did you see that? You should try and make your eyebrows very similar, so you do it exchange by exchange. You do that on the other side as well. You add one line or a stroke, the same stroke on the other side as well. This will help to make your eyebrows look symmetrical. Okay, next we will dedicate places to the nose and mouth, and for the lips, as you can see, we just made like a little cubic bow. The points, here they are, the points, a middle for the opening mouth, and finally the bottom. And basically with those three elements, we are done with the lips. Okay, now moving on to the nose. What we do to the nose is we add like an upside down triangle shape. After that, we connect it with an isosceles triangle, and then we add like little upside down U's at the tips of the nose, and then after that we are able to connect those tips to like those little triangle that we drew there. Okay, like with those simple steps, we're done with the nose. Moving on to the eyes. Now, with the eyes, I would suggest for you to not exceed eyebrow levels, and then you literally like make a U, but an elongated U. Seriously, drawing is just all about simple shapes, simple U's and triangles, and etc. like that. Oh, and circles. How would I forget them? Okay, so we're basically gonna make those circles for the eyes and like try to make their eyelids. The eyelids need to be more or less realistic, which will try to implement the point that our drawing is headed that side of realism, and like not looking as if it doesn't belong there. Okay, now with the details of the ear, finally the ear. Now the ear needs very simple details. All you have to do with the ears is to add simple shapes that you find in the ear. Okay? Moving on to the other ear. As you can see this one more clearly since it's closer to view. See, simple little shapes. Seriously, do not exaggerate these things. Just simple shapes. Moving on, we are going to erase our sketch so that we can refine it even more. So we can have a clean slit at the end, and so we can start coloring with our graphite pencil. Grab your 4B pencil and start up with the eyes. The eyes are my favorite part because it helps the drawing look enchanted, and that's basically the word for it. Because you outline the eyelids, the iris, and then you go into outlining the eyebrow, then into the other eye, outline the eye, the eyelids, the iris, and then like the little dot inside the iris. Okay, and then after that you should definitely make sure that you outline every important thing. This will help you not to forget like anything, like if you drew eyelashes in your sketch already, so it'll help your eyelashes to look exactly the way that you want. And this is important to use a sharp and ready 4B pencil. I don't like to use 6B here because I think it's too dark and isn't good when you want to go too light on your graphite coloring. We're back on the lips, outlining, and then make sure that the top of the lip is darker than the bottom lip. This is nature itself. Humans have darker upper lips than the bottom lips. Like wherever you look at, even if you're just looking at basic cartoons and stuff like that, you'll see that the drawings will of their lips, like the top lip is always darker. So ask yourself why, and the reason is naturally the upper lip is always darker than the bottom lip, because the bottom lip we see is more light. Okay, that's it. Obviously we'll go back to the eyes, my fave. So like with the eyes, you need to make sure that you use your 6B. We're now moving into the 6B pencil so we can add those lovely dark shades, those deep tones, and also a few highlights. Now as you can see, add the shade at the top of the iris, and then go into the eye, adding the shade, because your eyelashes will definitely help make some shape, some shadow, I mean. Next, on the bottom eye, shade, deepen at the top, blend it out, deepen the circle of the iris, and then like make little strokes in the direction of the center dot. After that, make sure that your iris is dark all around, as you can see like I'm doing here. I'm really trying my best to explain as artistic as I can. So I would really appreciate it. Like if it's too much for you guys, I think you should probably write it down in the comments or something. Okay, now simple time here. The eyebrows. The eyebrows are simple, but I realized that they actually take a lot of time. Why? Because the eyebrows are basically like hair. First in, you need to go in with a light shade, and then you go in with the strokes. The start of the strokes, you see like this, the start of the strokes are dark, and then at the end they should be light. So when you press your pencil, press it down when you start, and then slowly lift it up. Okay, now we're going into the face. Seriously guys, this is probably the ugly face for the face, but I think the final result looks good. I mean, you could see the thumbnail. Okay, so yeah, and once again, light swatch. Like you never go in with just a deep. You always go with light swatch and slowly build that up into a deep tone. As you can see, I'm going in there with my finger, and I'm using a finger instead of a blending style because I realize that not a lot of people have these like expensive high quality art supplies, and I want you guys to know that, to feel comfortable with just using your finger, like finger. Smudge it all in and stuff like that. Moving on, we are blending. Yeah. So we're using our pencil to put in the blush. Now, the putting in the blush in the face, I've noticed, helps with like not adding highlights. Something that I've realized is highlights are extremely tough to do. That's so difficult. So difficult. So like sometimes when I'm feeling lazy or not myself or the colored pencil is not working well, going with the blush. Okay, as you can see now, we are deepening, coloring in the shadows and ensuring that our face looks 3D. Here we are with the shade tip of the nose. Ooh, that shadow looks so beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely gonna make your drawing look beautiful. Okay, like this is another aspect that a lot of people have. A very important aspect. And then usually we use it to like add highlights so they can pop and make it look overall look 3D. Because even when you have the deepest shades, if you don't have those highlights, your drawing will not pop. It'll probably look 2D. But with the eyelashes, as you can see, look at those beautiful eyelashes, stroke by stroke by stroke by stroke. Oh, they're so beautiful. If they were mine, yeah, they were mine. But I think there are a lot of eyelashes in that thing. Okay, we've got the shading, Cupid's bow. This is basically the refinement sketch. I'm basically done with the face. Okay, you see? I'm just going in with like some details, like freckles. Like freckles are so beautiful, and make your drawing look more realistic. The hair, like most people ask me, how do I draw the hair? Simple strokes. Watch. First thing, go in with a deep shade, let it go. After that, you go in with another deep shade and then blend it with your finger, and then finally make some strokes simulating hair. This is the simplest way that I found to do hair. Very simple, and looks good overall. And then just continue over there with the stroke by stroke by stroke. Very simple. Okay, now that we're done with the strokes, we go in again with the other part of the hair. Deepen, leave a space for the highlights, blend with the finger, and then finally fill in those strokes. Yes. At this point, our drawing is literally almost finished, and we're just, doing in the hair, cutting in the hair, coloring the hair, making it so beautiful, and making it like cry for attention. Now, the difficult part, shading the neck. This point, I'm lazy, I'm extremely tired, and I just want to get my drawing over with. So what I'm gonna do is literally go with the deepest of the deepest to make the jawline thick, to make the jawline pop. So I just add using my 6B and dark outline and try to like add a little shade over there. Now I'm also going to use my deepest 6B to also outline the lips, because like those lips were kind of looking a little wonky. So we're gonna add more depth, make them look more full, isn't like the realistic, and we are also going to deepen. And finally, the highlights. I'm going to use a retractable eraser over here because my blue graphite eraser, yeah, that was definitely a good find. I have more ready to start with, and boom,